Hello, honorable members of the clan. So let's go to the knockout thing. High Court. In the morning, there was a little bit of a drama coming from the member of the public, which I'm still trying to rack my brain about this particular individual that wrote an email to Judge President Mlambo. I don't know if this person was trolling the court or was trolling Rata or was just trolling. I don't know. But from my own place where I am sitting, it's either this individual has never worked in his life, never went to school, or it's somebody that is just a dictator in his life, and everything that is going on in his life, it's all about straight and narrow. Well, we live in a constitutional democracy. And in a constitutional democracy, if I may remind you, if you ever watch this channel, there are things that ought to be done. People need to go for comfort break. People need to go for tea break. People need to go for lunch. And there's also a knock of time because over that time, it is overtime, which is going to be taxed to us, by the way. And then secondly, we are dealing with a criminal matter here. And this is a high profile criminal matter. So there are processes that are going to take place, and these processes do take time. For example, the knocking off time at 3:30. These guys, when they are taken back to their cells, there's a process that needs to take place, which I think it takes about 30 to an hour long before they actually get to their cells. Plus, on top of that, I think the day in prisons ends at 2 o'clock, and then they have, I don't know what the process is behind, but it all takes time, and this is negotiated between the court as well as the prison, so that the people that are processing them, they also do not work overtime. That by the time it's 4 o'clock, when it's time for them to knock off, all this process, it is done and they can go home. Otherwise, they will have to remain behind, and that's overtime. That is going to be taxed to us, the taxpayers. So I don't know if you do work or you don't. If you don't work, then it is understandable why you would send an email of this nature. But I am going to let you know that in a work environment, irrespective of whether it's a court or it's a firm or a factory, there is tea breaks. There are tea breaks, there are lunch times, as well as knock-off time. Anything beyond your knock-off time, it is overtime, and you ought to be paid for that overtime. So I just really try. I'm still trying to process this letter. What on earth this is? Is it a troll? Is it to make some kind of amusement? Because when you listen to it, at first I laughed about it, but at the same time I'm thinking, no, this is a little bit serious. This is a little bit serious, honestly speaking. And if this is how you run your household, this is not how it works in workplaces, guy. I'm sorry. I know as the public, we do have a right to our own opinions. Hence, we are here as YouTubers making or stating our own commentary or opinion about what is going on in that courtroom. Other than that, we don't have any powers. Other than that, we have no any powers to influence the court on what to do. The court will do what they need to do. And then I think Mr. Baloy said something that was very important for all of us to understand, that we cannot measure time when it comes to the wheels of justice, especially when it's in the process of getting to the finality of this matter. Yes, we want to see things done and done right now, because I still believe in sitting in this very chair and on this very community of ours, the clan, that this is an unfair trial. A lot have been put on the table that shows that this is an unfair trial. I've said this since last year, after Zungu supposedly went to KwaZulu Natal to go and fetch his his handwritten statements, but never once we said, hey, you must not have lunch, you must not have this. Even there was a time when Mr. Rata himself, he said that we are going to work even through the weekends, and I was like, no. Are you going to pay the defense for working over the weekends? There was even a time where he suggested, I think 2 weeks ago, that they're going to sit until 4:30. If it means they have to sit through 4:30. He was just talking. But he knows that he cannot do that because the accused, they have to be processed when they get back to prison. And the people that are processing them are people that will be knocking off in 30 minutes type of situation. So I don't know. I think we must not get carried away as a public when it comes to this matter. Yes, let it go, but we must still also hold these people accountable, particularly the state, because they brought us every police ranking in the SAPS on that stand. And we've been questioning all of these things. Well, he says he's not going to measure just the wheels of justice so with time. Okay, fine, point taken. But there's still a waste of court time coming from the state side by bringing us irrelevant, what do you call this, witnesses. I mean, I was even shocked that he said Kineda was the last witness. Now, this morning he says, we are almost at the last witness. I was like, almost at the last witness, who else is coming? Because he said Mr. Keninda is the last witness on the state side. But now he is almost the last witness. So that is what you would call a waste of court time. But to say you don't have to have lunch, you don't have to even go pee, you don't have to, you must knock off at 4. No, that's out of order. That is inhumane. Inhumane. Absolutely inhumane. So, I would like to believe that you were trolling. I would love to believe that you were trolling. Otherwise, if you are not trolling, I'm scared to be a member of your family, particularly your children. I would be terrified. You are the type of person when you go to work, if you are working, and then it's time for you to get home and everybody was just happy and they say, now yes, and suddenly everybody runs to their rooms and the poor wife now has to put together a tray and make you tea and come shaking almost and kneeling down and putting it on the table because today we don't know what your mood is. No, come on, dude. No, I don't support you. I don't think any member of the clan supports you at all. No, I'm sorry. This is not how things are done, especially in the workplace. As long as people are employed, the Constitution of the Republic kicks in, as well as the Labor Relation Act, which is read together with the Constitution. They are active. And you need to respect those rights of the people that are working in the North Gauteng High Court. From the judge, his constitutional right and labor rights, the state's lawyers and the defense. Also, you need to respect their labor rights and constitutional right, and then go to the accused. Section 35 of the Constitution kicks in. They need to have a fair trial. And in order for them to have a fair trial, you need to have a judge that is sober. You need to have a state that is fair. And then you need to have a defense that is, what do you call this? They have, strategic in making sure that their clients are well represented. That's the structure. Well, why are you having a problem with that structure? And in order for all these things to happen, there are breaks that needs to take place. Same goes on the road. There's traffic. What do you want them to do? Fly over? I think, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I was not happy with that email at all. I wasn't. I'm still not happy. If this was not a troll, I'm not happy if you are serious, sir. Oh, ma'am, I don't know who you are. Honestly speaking. Anyways, guys, they are on tea break, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, especially, I think, with the semantics of hearsay information. I don't know, Mr. Ramusipili kind of, he took off at social media. Social media. He says he's immune to social media, and he almost was like shouting. I don't know if he was shouting at the social media people, or he was just shouting at frustration with everything that's going on with his cross-examination. I don't know, but he sounded quite frustrated to me. Good that he is immune to social media, because I feel like, especially the judge, needs to be immune to social media, so that he doesn't make statements like, oh, YouTube, no, you're not supposed to. Don't get influenced by outside forces and noises and things like that. You're supposed to be objective in your seat as a presiding officer, as far as I'm concerned. That's me. So, anyways, there's a lot going on. I'm not even quite sure what are we talking about today. I'm not quite sure what we're talking about today. Even Mr. Ramusipili, I think, is a little bit entangled in his own cross-examination from what I am seeing. And now Mr. Mshololo even went as far as trying to assist her own colleagues or her own colleague, Mr. Ramusipili, like, let's regroup, but we need to do so outside of the process by asking for an adjournment so that they get to understand what is going on with Mr. Ramusipili. If he's okay, is his cross-examination going well, and discuss this hearsay concept. And then Rata is trying to assist him. And I understand what Rata is saying, 100%. And I also do understand Mr. Ramusipili in his own chat, but I hear now what Rata is trying to actually show him about what is being said by Gininda. I can't believe I'm also saying this, but I hear it. I hear it. So I think the defense are, of course, assisting each other. Let's hear what happens when they return after the short adjournment. And we are left with 1 minute before they return. And I will see you guys a little bit later once I get to understand the meat of what's going on. Friday, I was absent, guys. I was not around. I couldn't even watch where I was. So I don't know what happened on Friday. To be honest, I have no idea. But we are here this week, the entire week. As long as Gininda is available, I'm also available, and we'll be hearing more from my commentary, my own opinion, and I'm not going to control the court because even if I try, I don't have that power. I can only make a commentary using my noggin. That's all. That's all that we do here. That's all that we do here. And that, guys, it is 11:30, and let me let go and continue to hear what's happening in that courtroom. Please don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And if you like the family, please make sure to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. See you later. People, almost embarrassed. I know we have opinions, but not like this. Come on, guys. Let's educate ourselves.